Peace family, I'm Gaia Ethereal, and today we are talking about MicroLoc care. Okay, so if you have MicroLocs or you're considering starting MicroLocs, this video is just for you. If you have traditional locks or just started traditional locks, I would encourage you to go to the video part 1 of this one, which tells you in detail all of the things about your hair. But for this one, we're diving deep into MicroLoc care. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with maintenances. You should be getting your hair retied for MicroLocs every 6 to 8 weeks, okay? Try not to go more than 8 weeks, and that's just on average. Just basically if you have average hair, I guess you can say. If it's more on the straight side, that would make your maintenances come more often. If it's more on the super kinky side, that would make them spread out a bit more. But generally speaking, most people who have MicroLocs should be on the schedule of every 6 to 8 weeks. Get a retie, okay? Now, when you get this retie, get your shampoo, get everything all in one by your loctician, and try not to use any conditioner, okay? Conditioner will always make your MicroLocs very frizzy, and it might possibly even make them slip out, okay? Now let's go on to shampooing. When you're shampooing your hair by yourself, meaning not done by a loctician, I would encourage you to always use a clarifying shampoo, okay? That's going to make your locks lock faster, okay? Moisturizing shampoos will cause your locks to slip out, okay? So you just want to always make sure that you're using a purifying or clarifying shampoo with your hair, okay? Now, when you shampoo your MicroLocs, I would say for the first year, if you're shampooing it by yourself, then you should take your hair, put it into maybe 6 big braids, braid it out long like this, 6 big braids. Okay, you can even put a rubber band at the end of each braid, depending on how long your hair is, and shampoo your hair only at the root. Okay, shampoo it, dilute your shampoo. So you want to put a couple of pumps of shampoo in mixed with water. So you want about 25% shampoo or 50% shampoo mixed with the rest water, either 75% or 50% water. Okay, now that will help your hair, the shampoo, to really get down into that scalp, and it will help you to cause a sudsing, okay, without using as much product. And sometimes if you use too much shampoo, it can be sticking in one place. So it's good to dilute your shampoo so that you can have it cover your whole hair as well. Okay, so can we just pause for a second and let's take a look at my hair, okay? I just did my hair the other day. If y'all have been watching my channel, if y'all been here on my channel, y'all know that I had Goddess Lock extensions, okay? My hair was all loose at the end, and I was loving my Goddess Locks, honey, and I put these locks in probably about a little bit less than a year ago, and after a while, you know, me personally, I just always like to switch up my styles and different things like that. I love the Goddess Locks, but I was just getting tired of it. And so I just cut them all off, and I'm like, okay, this is my hair. This is what it is. This is my 7th lock journey. This is my 3rd time starting MicroLocs specifically, and I'm just loving it so far. Let me show y'all so y'all could take a look of what it looks like. And I did this myself a couple days ago. I put in a nice color. I did a beautiful shampoo. We retied everything. And then I put these Bantu knots in, and I'll keep these in for about hopefully 3 weeks. Hopefully they'll last about 3 weeks. But I get tired of styles fast, and plus I just like my hair hanging down a lot. So we'll see how it goes. But this is basically a really, really good style if you're starting out MicroLocs and your hair is kind of like my length like this. These Bantu knots are so good. They help to solidify your locks. They keep your locks stronger and just kind of like, how do I say this? Solidified is really the best word. Intact, tightened, you know. And sometimes when you're first starting off your locks, they can be a little bit frizzy, a little bit wild. So when you get a retie, I just encourage you to go ahead and get a style afterwards. And that may help you to manage your locks a little bit better, give it a little bit of flavor, and honestly, just switch it up a little bit, because MicroLocs are so versatile. You really don't have to just wear them straight down all the time. There's so many different styles that you can get. So I just encourage you, just like go out the box. After your retie, go ahead and get a style and do something different with your hair, and it will really help to solidify your locks. Now let's talk about products. Locks in general don't need a lot of products, but MicroLocs specifically do not like products at all. Let me tell you, like, from my experience and from all of the MicroLocs that I've been doing over the years, I can tell you that MicroLocs, even more than traditional locks, hate products, okay? So anything like conditioners, putties, waxes, any type of leave-in sprays and all of these different things, the hair does not like that, honestly. The best thing that you can do for your hair is just to give it very light oil, okay? A very light oil to the scalp, no more than 2 weeks, once every 2 weeks, okay? Other than that, your hair should not need a lot. If you start to notice that you are getting dandruff around your scalp, that is completely normal when starting MicroLocs. So I would encourage you to go ahead and do a shampoo every no more than every 2 weeks or so. And then after you do that shampoo, go ahead and just put that light oil on your scalp, and eventually your hair will start to get used to the MicroLocs and stop dandruffing up so much. Also, if you are having a lot of dandruff issues, I would encourage you to do a apple cider vinegar rinse, okay? So you mix 1 part apple cider vinegar with 2 parts water, okay? Mix it up together. You may want to add a tiny bit of essential oil, because apple cider vinegar, you really got to get used to that smell, okay? And you could just pour that mixture over top of your hair, let it sit for a while, and then go in with the shampoo. And that will help you to cure your whole dandruff situation of when you're first starting locks. Another thing that I noticed with MicroLocs is a lot of clients like to put like beads and shells and different things into your hair as far as lock adornments and things like that. You really have to be careful with that when you have MicroLocs, because sometimes those different jewels and adornments can be really heavy and weigh down your lock, okay? Same thing with extensions. If you're not getting your extensions done by a professional loctician that are lock extensions, okay, it's going to be difficult to maintain a beautiful head of MicroLocs for years and years to come. A lot of times these extensions are not put in right, okay, and it weighs down your lock over years. I've seen it been done many times before. So if you have MicroLocs and you're considering putting extensions on at the ends, or anything that have to do with extensions in your MicroLocs, please get it done by a professional loctician, okay? It is worth the money, okay? It's gonna save you a lot of time and energy down the road. If you're using the wrong type of hair, the wrong parting system, if you're using too much hair, if you're using the wrong process, all of that will damage your MicroLocs. So please, I encourage you to get a professional loctician, okay? Not a hairstylist. She has to be specialized, she or he has to be specialized in locks most of the time to really understand what I'm talking about. Because a lot of times I see lock extensions that were not done professionally, and a year or two down the road, the person's hair is falling out, okay? The locks, the real hair locks are damaged because the spacing is wrong and all of that. And there's so many factors and variables that go into creating lock extensions. It's not just braid extensions. These are extensions that will last for a long time. So I would really encourage you, just make sure that you go to a professional loctician to install these extensions into your hair, okay? And honestly, most of the time we don't even need extensions. Most of the time you really don't need extensions beyond past like a year, 6 months, but some people just like to keep them in. So if you want to keep them in for much longer, because extensions can last up to 6 years. For some of my clients have had extensions for many, many years. And if it works, then work it. But also make sure that it's professionally done. And that goes for reties also. So if you are attempting to get a retie, please, please, please locate a professional loctician. This is going to save you so much time, I promise you, so much effort, so much additional energy that doesn't need to be spent. I've seen situations where clients come in and they went to get a retie to someone who maybe was offering them a bargain, and they tried to get a retie with this person, and this person had no idea what they were doing with locks, and they messed up their locks. They're putting them together, okay, combining locks that don't need to be, or making the locks around here too small and it pulls your edges right out. I mean, it's just so many variables when it comes to locks. And traditional locks is so much easier to try to, you can get somebody, like a hairstylist that also knows how to do locks. MicroLocs, you need a loctician, okay, to get through that hair and to really do it the proper way, okay? So I encourage you, if you have MicroLocs or if you're starting MicroLocs, get you a professional loctician who knows about MicroLocs specifically, who can guide you through this process, okay, and who's gonna really take care of you. So do your due diligence, look around, search around. This is not one of those hairstyles that you can just manage by yourself. So I encourage you to get a really nice loctician, become friends with them, okay? And just ask them to educate you more on your hair and how to handle it. And last but not least, I'm going to say that the lock journey is real. Okay, I want you to know that you're not gonna like your hair every single day. The journey is real. Okay, give yourself time to process, to love yourself, to be patient with your growth. And I promise you, your locks are gonna look amazing. After a while, just take care of them, take your time, okay? Don't take your locks out too early like how I did mine, because honestly, y'all, this is my 7th set of locks, and if I would have kept my locks in the very first time that I started, it probably would have been down my back by now. But it's okay. It's okay, because like I said, the journey is real. And sometimes, there's been times where I felt like, oh man, my hair, what are people going to say? What are people looking at me? Are people staring at me? And all of these other things. And honestly, I don't want you to be burdened down by those things. Don't let any of those things hold you back from starting your locks or continuing your lock journey. Just stay strong. Stay strong, because your locks are on this journey, and so are you. And it's a journey of self-exploration, self-acceptance, understanding, and self-love. Really, self-love. Thank you guys so much for watching. If these tips are helping you along your lock journey, or if you have any questions about your lock journey, leave it down in the comment box below. And I hope I didn't miss anything, but if I did, then I'll make a part 2 on MicroLocs, because I didn't have any notes. I'm just kind of going off the top right here with what I think resonates the most. But if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave it down in the comment box and I'll be sure to answer you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you next time.